Yes, welcome to another episode of HowlLive.
This is just apple juice.
Why is yours empty?
What? I love apple juice.
It's funny being on the other end of that. I'm used to being the one where mine's empty.
I had a long work day.
Yeah. Do you think that people use that as a justification to drink a lot?
I just did.
Yeah, you're right.
Typically, I don't drink, but when somebody offers you a high quality tequila beverage, what are you gonna say? No thanks.
Yeah, no, you gotta drink it.
You're gonna take it.
I have some 1972 in the closet too.
What's that?
It's like a.
Is that brown?
No. It's
I can't do brown.
No, it's 1942, I believe.
1942. What?
Tequila. Yeah. It's like $200 a bottle. It's like this big old.
He said it's $200 bottle.
It's like this big old.
He's flexing on us
it's
right
like
now.
This big old thing.
Why didn't you bring that out? Is that for the
what's up?
special guests?
Yeah, no, that's for Rudy actually.
I miss Rudolph. How was the talk with him?
We didn't. Well. Oh
I
yeah,
you did a podcast.
Yeah, we shot one, but the audio came out messed up, so we were using our phones and stuff like that. So we're gonna reshoot with the Don Julio. So yeah, we're gonna do it right. What's so funny? What
are you reaching for down there?
I'm trying to move
What's
over.
down there?
I'm trying to move over a little bit.
I just need to know because I'm coming into this.
Pull out a strap.
What the fuck? I'm coming into this blind. Are there going to be any more masks or anything I should know about?
No masks.
Did you get any hate after any of the last few things you've done?
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of hate.
On TikTok?
TikTok, I've been getting a lot of hate on Instagram.
Rudolph just...
Oh, Rudy, did you get my message, big dog?
He gave us a heart.
About the Don Julio. Yeah, we were going to shoot something the other night, but it just didn't... It was like conflicting schedules and stuff, so... But yeah, I still got the bottle for you, big dog.
Guys, we're going to do Would You Rathers, so send some in the comments so we can answer them, because we've been talking about some good ones that we...
I gotta
You've been writing them down?
All right, so everyone knows, I am on like a new streaming thing where I can see everyone's chats on like Facebook, X. We're actually live on YouTube and TikTok right now too, I think. And then Instagram is kind of separate, so I'll be monitoring like back and forth. I don't want to, put too much emphasis on the chat, but we'll tune in. We'll tune in.
And yeah, I noticed last time we did this, you get distracted easily.
Very easy. What's that?
You're like a cat when there's a fly in the room. Well, now what?
Nothing.
Are you about to get up, fix something?
Is that on? All right.
There's no sound.
I got some Would You Rathers though that we can start with.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on.
Let's go.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull it up.
Sunday night we'll be howling at the moon. Rudolph's coming on Sunday night.
Oh yeah.
Hi, let's Rudolph. Go. I haven't seen you in so long. Is it okay that I call him Rudolph, or do you prefer Rudy?
I'd call him Rudy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Rudolph is a great name though.
Fire.
What better name? Dallas and Rudolph are two good names in my book.
Yeah.
Those are good. You don't like the name Dallas?
Is that? No, I do.
She gets a lot. She would always get like, oh, it's a stripper name. Or people would just call her Texas.
I don't think Dallas is a stripper name.
It's a little bit of a stripper name.
You think so?
A little bit.
I don't know.
What do you think's a good stripper name?
I don't know.
Tatiana.
I'm not a big fan of strip clubs. I think they're
I've been
strange.
I've been once. Which one did you go to when you went? Providence ones, I assume.
Yeah, I went to like when Wonderland first opened up.
Okay, I thought Wonderland was a gay one.
No. What?
I went there once for somebody's birthday. Maybe before it was Wonderland. Somebody had a birthday. Were you at that birthday party?
Whose birthday party was it?
Steve Navarro?
No.
You were... Okay. Because...
And everyone still heard you, too.
I blocked my mouth.
Yeah, that doesn't...
I thought that was a gay bar.
I mean, when I went,
because I knew a guy that used to be a shop boy there.
No. I went at a really good time. Like Drake had just dropped Back to Back, which was like a diss against Meek Mill, and like they were playing the record, and it was a fun time. But yeah, ever since then, I just like... When you first walk in,
Wonderland.
Like,
okay, that was your first one?
Yeah, and you walk in and you're like, this actually is real? I don't know, it's weird to me.
It's a weird concept. Was it like a... What did you just say? A weird concept?
Yeah, it's just a weird concept.
I thought you said we had to wear condoms.
I mean,
I would.
I mean, whoever's going to the back room, I hope they're wearing two. One for the balls and
ew.
two. Yeah,
one on the hand.
Yeah, you don't want nothing touching.
I was going to say, was that... I've only been to... what's the popular one? Foxy Lady.
Mm-hmm.
I've only been there, and like, I saw some shit there.
What do you mean you saw some
Like
shit?
a girl was like upside down on the pole with a diamond butt plug in. She worked her whole night. You just follow that. She worked.
How'd you know it was
in?
Yeah, no. How'd you know it was a diamond? Was the diamond in or was the diamond on the outside?
The diamond was on the outside.
Oh. I was like, what'd you take it out and then you saw it was a diamond?
No.
Wow.
The diamond was on the outside. She wore
This
that her
took a
whole
turn.
shift. She wore that thing her whole shift. Honestly, I give them credit.
Yeah.
Did you see Rudolph's comment? Rudy's comment? Sorry. Oh, Dallas is here. Hi, Dallas.
Oh, what up? All right, so we got some Mackenzie. Okay, what's up? 413 Pagan. What's up, my boy?
Dallas, send us a would you rather. You're good at those. And I think Adam's in here too. Adam, send a would you rather. You're good at those too.
Horton 6753. Thank you for being awesomely kind to Native communities. Absolutely. Next month is actually Fearless Wolf Month, which donates to Native American rights. So that'll be in the spotlight next month. So thank you for the shout out. We appreciate you a lot. Okay.
Do you have a would you rather that you came up
Oh,
with?
yeah.
Did someone write this in or did you come up with
No. I came up with this one for you. Or just in general, right? And I think like the people at home can also kind of tune in and see what. Well, I don't think a lot of people are actually going to like appreciate this because, you know, some people are just dirty.
Dirty.
Yeah. But here's a would you rather. Would you rather every shirt you ever wear to be kind of itchy or for the rest of your life only be able to use one-ply toilet paper?
Oh, this is awful.
What would you rather do?
I have to pick one.
You have to pick one. So every time you put on a shirt, you're like, what the fuck? This is itchy. Or every time you go to take a shit and you reach for the toilet paper, it's that thin-ass one-ply toilet paper.
Not just shitting, because women use toilet paper every time.
Oh, that's... Yeah.
So I'm going to have to use fucking gift wrap paper every time.
Yeah.
Honestly, wearing a shirt is an all-day thing. Using the bathroom is like a hopefully less than 10-minute ordeal.
Yeah.
I'm going one-ply. You think I'm sick for that? You think I'm sick for that? You can kick me out right now.
I don't know. That might be... Yeah, no, that's a tough one for me. I'm a wet wipe kind of guy.
Oh.
I feel like any man who goes to the bathroom and doesn't use fucking wet wipes
is a sick fuck.
He's sick. No. Fuck, man. Anyone who goes to the bathroom and doesn't use wet wipes. Like, you don't put dry stuff on shit and just smear it around.
Have you ever heard this? They're like, okay, so let's just say you get shit on your hand. Are you taking paper and wiping it off and going about your day?
Yeah,
no, you're going to wash that.
Yeah, don't be a sicko.
I know people who are like extreme and they literally have to shower after they shit. I respect it. I don't agree with it.
So, during COVID, when there was a toilet paper shortage, I bought a bidet.
The attachment?
Yeah, and it was...
Life-changing?
Yeah, because I didn't have to buy fucking toilet paper. And then...
Can we get some opinions on bidets in the comments, please?
Well, I don't know if my friend Kat is in here or not, but...
Dallas will have opinions on bidets.
Yeah, my friend Kat used it, and it was like... I could hear her laughing from the other room. And then my daughter tried using it once, but she was too short, and it smacked her in the back of the head. Like, the water just came up and hit her. So funny.
But you think about it, like, our grandparents... I'm Portuguese. My grandparents always had one in their house. Always.
Yeah, it seems
It is
kind
like
of
a
normal.
cultural thing to wash your ass every time.
It's a culture that should just be a human thing.
I know. Why isn't it? It's not an American thing, though.
Yeah.
It's becoming one, though. Hopefully.
I think getting in the shower afterwards is like a bit over the edge, but you know, I mean, better than like not to. Yeah.
I'm not gonna hate on someone who does it.
Mm-hmm. You know, more clean the merrier.
You didn't give me your response. Would you rather wear an itchy shirt? Because you're just gonna use baby wipes anyway?
No, I think the question was probably you can only use that.
Oh, there's no alternative.
Yeah, I think I might take the shirt.
So did you know that when you and you guys can correct me if there's anyone in here that is in law enforcement, but I know somebody who was a deputy sheriff for like the courthouse, and part of the process of getting the job, they ask you if you look at your shit before you flush. Like a mental...
Interesting.
It's like
I feel like you have to though. you have to look at it. Or it's like when you wipe your ass, like you have to see how much shit is left, right? Who's just raw dogging like
good.
who's just
Good enough.
who's wiping 2 or 3 times and just
Giving up.
not seeing if there's anything left. That's crazy. Do you do that?
That's crazy.
That'd be crazy to me.
But
you have to know if there's any shit left on the toilet paper,
you
and you
have
also
to know. And
have
I wear
to
thongs.
know
Women
if
wear
it's a
thongs.
cloggable amount or not. Like you have to look down
Women
and
wear
check.
thongs. Okay, if we're not looking, we could be walking around with skids for life.
Damn.
So yeah, it's a like a psychological question that they ask you about if you look in the toilet before you flush, which is like,
I bet it.
what does that say about a person?
I bet if you do look though, like
It
gives
makes you
you
more
points.
normal?
Yeah, like it gives you points. Like it means that like you're
normal.
paying attention to details, probably, which is important in crime and law enforcement.
It's
you know?
also important in your shit.
Speaking of law enforcement, I was in New Orleans a week and a half ago, and I had this revelation. I was at this like bar. I mean, fucking bars everywhere, but I was at this like coffee shop bar, and there was a bunch of ruckus behind me. Ruckus. Who the fuck says ruckus?
Tomfoolery.
Anyways, this woman is freaking out on this other woman because she walked up to someone's coffee in the coffee shop
And like accidentally took it.
and no, and just sniffed it like full nose in the cup like this. And she was like, "Yeah,
was it
I
a
was
cup
just
or was it?
yeah, it was like a
Did it have a lid?
no. It was like an open coffee, and she was
God.
like, "I was just sniffing it because I wanted to know if I wanted one or not." And then she like sat down and was like eyeballing it. Like you could tell that she was probably
Like not right.
yeah, like off some drugs and stuff like that. And then a cop pulls up that's probably in his mid 60s, probably low 70s. And I had this revelation. I'm like he's probably served for a while, so all respect to him. But I feel that the older you are in law enforcement, the more you're subjugated to probably perceiving a threat more. Whereas like your body doesn't work the same. So when a situation gets riled up, you're probably more applicable to use your gun. Like think about
I don't think younger cops.
You're gonna feel if I'm in my 70s and my body's not working the same and I'm still patrolling the streets, I'm in a situation where I feel like someone might come at me. I know that like my body isn't operating the same, so I'm already gonna feel threatened. Because I know that if he does attack me, I probably won't be able to defend myself
Survival
properly.
of the fittest.
And then it's like, it's even more of an excuse to be like, yeah, I'm just gonna shoot from the hip now. But yeah, it was just like an interesting revelation. But yeah, New Orleans was a fun time.
I mean, I think in that case, they don't usually. I feel like when with age and experience, they start kind of rotating cops as to where they're going to be. Like, hey, you're going to patrol this parking lot, and you're going to be doing
like
tickets.
certain situations.
Younger cops
yeah.
are going to be on the busy streets of New Orleans, like, you know.
Yeah.
I saw some shit. I went to New Orleans recently too. I saw some shit out there.
Yeah,
A homeless woman laying on the ground getting arrested literally stopped mid-arrest, and
Yeah.
she said to me, "You look fucking stupid."
Yeah,
I'm like, "You're getting arrested, bitch."
And you're on. Yeah, I saw someone try and like jump in front of a bus, and the bus stopped, and he just like kept doing it. It's an interesting place. It's very dark, but it's also very beautiful. It's very.
It is really beautiful.
Like everyone's nice down there, and then
It was
you'll just
hurricane
get-
season when I went though.
Oh, I
Did
thought
you
hurricane
get good
season was
weather?
over. Yeah,
Well, in
I
New
did.
Orleans, it was back in like May. It
Okay.
was bad.
Yeah, it
So
was.
you had good weather?
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was like in like the low 80s. Yeah, it was. It was a fun time.
I'm jealous.
All right, let's go. Let's do some other would you rather's.
I gotta save mine because it's good. Well,
Okay.
it's not good. It's a conversation starter though, for sure.
Would you rather constantly feel like you're about to sneeze but never do, or have an itch that you can never scratch?
Oh my god. Well, like, you know how sneezing feels like a little bit of an orgasm?
Oh, it's like it
There's
comes
n-
out and
it's almost better.
Everything is better after you sneeze.
It's almost better than an orgasm.
No, it's not. I don't know for women.
Maybe men.
Can someone comment if
I
that's true or not?
I've actually always wondered that. If male and female orgasms feel the same.
I think women have more receptors, so I think technically it's better for women, which would make sense because it's probably harder to achieve. So,
It's so hard.
like the way of the universe probably made it so it's better because
You have to work harder
it's harder
for
to
it.
achieve. Yeah, so it might be better. I obviously I don't know, but I think I saw something where like the different, like the receptors are different, and there's like more nerve endings, so like technically it feels better.
Well, yeah, like the majority of the population is circumcised at this point, I believe. So like women have more nerve endings because we didn't.
Everyone thought I was crazy for not circumcising my son. I'm like, I'm not.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I'm like, I'm not cutting his dick. 20,000 nerve endings get
severed.
Just get cut off.
Just for optics, really.
No, and like they were like, well, it can, it's better if he may get like penile cancer. So I looked it up. 1% better if you're circumcised, the like chances of getting penile cancer. And they say it can, if you're circumcised, it can help prevent STDs. I'm like, if you fuck someone with chlamydia, circumcised or not,
you're getting chlamydia.
You're getting chlamydia. I just couldn't bring myself. I just couldn't do it, and it's such like.
Dallas's comment
was, I can't see it on here.
Dallas's comment. I want you to read it. Oh, Jacob, bust a nut. Dallas.
Yeah, but I think I'd rather have a constant itch.
Yeah, not finishing a sneeze would be.
It's the most annoying thing ever. Like it needs to come. It's just, I do it to my girlfriend all the time. She's about to sneeze, and before she sneezes, I'll say "bless you."
I do that to Adam, and it stops.
And it makes her lose it, and she looks at, oh yeah. But I'm just trying to be courteous. But I'm trying to be better. I don't want to,
That's fucked up.
Yeah,
Let's read Dallas's Would You Rather.
Okay. Would you rather have one crooked eye or always have dirt under your nails? Damn.
I'm going dirt. I'm going dirt.
I'm going dirt. Hell no.
Like, I will tell people it's a genetic condition. Dirt.
Yeah,
I don't want a fucked up eye.
I definitely, I've like, as a personal trainer, I've like trained some people that have had a lazy eye, and like it's a genetic thing. Like I get it, and like stuff happens. It just becomes like difficult. Like you don't know where to look, and like you feel like you're like disrespecting them and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll take the dirty nails.
I'm taking dirt under my nails, Dallas.
Yeah, I probably already have dirty nails. So we
have non-visible dirt under our nails.
Yeah, no one can see it.
All right.
Oh, do you have one for me?
I do.
Okay.
But it's a big one.
What do you mean?
It's like
it's long?
No, it's deep.
Okay.
I have this in my notes. I started writing it at 9:53 in the morning. Would you rather have unlimited amounts of money, resources, and women? This is also in a perfect world hypothetical.
Okay.
Obviously. Unlimited amounts of money, resources, and women, not need for anything. You have everything you want, unlimited amounts of sex accessible to you, different women. You are a straight fucking baller.
Okay.
But you never feel true love, and you're pretty lonely, and you just use the women for sexual gratification and validation. Or have one really amazing, loving, caring partner, a healthy relationship. All of your emotional needs are met. You're really content, but you are absolutely dirt poor. You can't make ends meet. You're struggling. It's like Wolf of Wall Street in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Like he has a great woman. They're not doing well, but like they have a healthy relationship. They're happy. They love each other. She's like his biggest cheerleader, but they have nothing.
Yeah.
He started his first business in a garage, but he inevitably picks the lavish life.
Yeah.
So I'm curious.
I think love and time are the one true currency. So I would definitely take the love and to be dirt poor. Because
really,
at the end of your life, that's like two of the things that you're gonna wish for. You're gonna wish that if someone was next to you in the hospital bed that loves you. Well, not like in the bed with you, but
they're not like the Notebook when they die together.
Yeah, like you're gonna wish that like you had more time, and you're gonna wish that if someone in the room loves you.
So you choose time over money.
Oh yeah, I would choose
You'd rather
that love.
Die with someone with nothing than die alone with absolutely everything.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because like that's not. It's enticing, like that lavish life and like having all that, and that's the ultimate goal. But if it came down to a choice, like to have either or, I would take. Yeah, I wouldn't, because at the end, it's just like at the end of your life, you're gonna like have this realization that no one's there.
But let me ask you this. Do you think that money can buy happiness to a degree?
Yes, for sure.
I agree with that.
Yeah, because money can buy experience, and experience brings happiness. Like there are like a lot of people that are nomadic and they want to travel the world, and unless you want to hitchhike these days with
The only way to get there
a
is
bunch
money.
of crazy people, yeah, like
Only way to get there is
you
money.
need money to have experience. Now, do I think that people can be happy without it? Yeah, but I also feel like happiness is like
It's subjective.
it's like a radio station too, right? Like sadness, happiness, joy. Like these are things
Twist
that
it to your
yeah, like
special
you tune
balance.
into it and you can like tune out of it. Like it's not like to seek happiness. It's not tangible because like it's not going to last forever. You're going to feel
I struggled
sadness
with this
at some point.
I struggled with this because I've been like, first of all, we've talked about our upbringings and how we didn't have shit. Like my family wasn't really that happy. Like my parents weren't happy. And I see other couples growing up, other parents who had a lot of money and resources and they seemed way happier. So it's like,
because I think it gives you base security. Like
it does.
I watched this interview when I was working for this doctor. He showed me this interview of this guy. I don't know if it was like Switzerland or like Finland, but it was a country where basically you can't get rich, but you have all of your necessities met. So like you pay like a shit ton of taxes, right? And like he asked the guy, he's like how does that feel that like you'll never kind of be at the like echelon of success? And like how does that go into you like picking your job? And he was like, I'm always going to have food. I'm always going to have water. I'm always going to have a roof over my head. So knowing that I have all that, now I can pick whichever job I want and be happy.
So every job is pretty much you're capped.
Like you're capped somewhere, like to a capacity. And I'm sure
depends on what you're doing.
Yeah, there's like pay gaps, but like no matter what you do, you're always going to have your basic needs met. And money gives you that, right? So it's like if you grow up in a household where like there's always going to be food, there's always going to be a meal, you're always going to have like decent clothes, there's this sense of like security in that like a lot of us probably didn't have growing up, So yeah, money can definitely give that. And like and we live in a world where we're like one argument away from our boss from being on the side of the street with a cup.
I know.
So it's like in a world like that, it's almost kind of like to have that like safety and consistency is like a lot of people need that because like no one wants to be poor and broke and like asking people like for other shit. Everyone wants to do it on their own.
But what's preventing that? Work ethic? Drive?
Yeah, I don't know.
Fear? Yeah,
probably a lot.
But yeah, I struggled with this would you rather because I was like, how happy could I really be in a relationship if we had fucking nothing?
Yeah.
And I am not materialistic. I don't own a single like brand name item.
Yeah.
Legitimately don't. And I'm thinking about what I would need and like I need dinners, I need dates, I need like, and I know we can get creative with what we have, but I'm just like, I guess if you never had it, you don't know.
Yeah, I think you feel like that now because you have access to it.
But if I didn't,
it would just be
we had dinner at home with a candle.
Yeah, then like that would be like
special.
Exactly.
That's where my special threshold is. Well, let's just reframe the question and say, knowing what we know.
Then that would be more difficult.
Knowing what we know, I don't think I could be happy being in a relationship where we have nothing.
From going from what I have to that, it would be difficult, but I also, as lavish as I want my life to be, I'm very simplistic, and I could see myself like living with my girl anywhere in the world, like living very simplistically. Not poor.
What's lavish to you though? Because lavish is subjective. Like lavish to you could be vacations and.
Oh yeah, no. Lavish to me is what like most
out of
people
the country.
Yeah, no. Lavish to me is probably like a bit more ridiculous, just because of like where like I want to go and to put like I want to drive this car like and have this like I want geographical freedom.
You want to be
I want to be able to go wherever I want. Like if like the bells ring, and they're like, okay, nuclear warfare is happening. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take off.
You want the freedom to do that.
Yeah, like charter the jet.
How does your partner
Bring the
feel about
family. Oh yeah, come on. Like my boyfriend wants to buy a jet, cool. You know, like that's. But also, I can see myself living very simplistically as well. Like I would love to buy an RV and like park it at like different like campsites around the U.S. Like I've traveled across country 3 or 4 times, just one side to one side, and the country is so beautiful, and like the West Coast especially is gorgeous, and I would love to just.
Could you see yourself living on the West Coast?
Yeah, if I could snap my fingers right now and be there, I would. Like the end goal is definitely the West Coast.
What's the matter? You don't love Warwick?
Yeah, right.
Don't
tell people where we live.
You don't love Rhode Island?
People are gonna show. Nah, West Coast. I lived in the West Coast for about a year, and it was like I was taking my exit.
Oh yeah, you were in Oregon.
Yeah, get in my apartment, and there's just like a gorgeous mountain in the background, and you drive a little bit, and you're like waterfall, and it's you just can't even put words to the beauty. Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Well, that was my would you rather. So
yeah, that was deep.
It's a deep one. And honestly, I don't even know if I have a full-blown answer for it. I honestly don't. Yeah. I think that I'd have to go, like, rich and lonely.
Jeez.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
At least I could get temporary feelings, you know? Like, if I really, truly only had the option to have, like...
Like, gun to your head, decide right now.
Like, okay, I'm going to have the money and I'm just going to have some sex with some strangers and, like, have boyfriends and, like, just... be having my fun and having my money, and I'll just die like that.
Yeah.
But like, if you asked a woman who was born in the 50s, you think she'd say that? Yeah,
no, that'd be a lot different.
These women have lived and they've had their families, and they'll be like, oh, I wish I did this and I wish I did that.
Yeah.
Don't you have another would you rather?
And
yes, Jake, time is the ultimate currency. My friend Jake is in the chat again, and he has children, so he understands.
Oh, yeah, like, you can't...
Time is the only thing you have when you have kids. I wouldn't know anything about that, but...
Oh, this one's good. And then we'll get into, like, some more stuff after. Would you rather accidentally send a nude... No. Not this one. Fuck that one.
What? That one started off good.
Okay. So, okay, I'll finish that one. Would you rather accidentally send a nude to your boss or to your mom? I'm taking mom all day.
Mom.
Easily. Because I could just, like, chalk that up to mama. Sorry, you caught me slipping. My bad. You know, like...
My mom would be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I could get over that. Sorry, mom, if you're watching this. Would you rather be reincarnated as a fly or just cease to exist when you die? Like, no heaven, no hell. It's just blackness.
But I can see the blackness?
No, you can't see nothing. You just cease to exist. Or you come back as a fly.
But is there any nuance to this? Because flies usually only live a couple days to a week max.
A fly that lives 30 years.
I'll be a fly.
Right?
I'm flying. I'm sucking on piles of shit. I'm flying. I'm sticking my straw face in piles of shit. I'm flying high.
You ever see the image of a fly under a microscope? How ugly those fuckers are. Oh my.
You ever see that episode of SpongeBob with the butterfly?
With the nets?
No, the jellyfish.
Yeah.
Butterfly. And it's scary. They keep zooming in on his face and it's really scary.
What's the best SpongeBob episode?
Oh my god, that's a tough question. Just one bite.
No, Bubble Bowl is the best one.
Bubble Bowl?
Yeah, when they sing in front of the crowd. And
I thought that was the movie.
No, and SpongeBob's like, the river takes on. And you don't know that one? Oh, we got to put it on the TV.
What?
You've
Just
never
One
seen
Bite is the best episode.
The SpongeBob Bubble Bowl?
Oh, it's like the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Is that? I thought that was it just like an extended episode?
No, it was like Squidward's cousin. I don't know his name. Was kind of like
Squilliam?
Yeah, he was into music and stuff like that.
Yeah, they had an orchestra.
Yes.
Yes.
And they perform, and SpongeBob just takes the cake. Good for him.
Takes the cake.
Yeah, he just he gets in the microphone and he just cooks.
What's the song that they do? Adam, if you're watching this, what's the song that they do in the Bubble Bowl? They definitely do recreate a Queen song.
On. It's the thrill of the song. that one, the last one.
Yes.
Yes.
But it's like a song that they changed the lyrics to, made it. A
Oh
SpongeBob
yeah, I don't know
song.
the actual song. But yeah, I got some questions that came through.
Let's hear them.
If you want to hit these, all right. We'll do the simple one first. I don't know if it's gonna be simple for you. It is for me.
Nothing's simple.
What's one? Okay, no, not one. What is your biggest fear?
Dying.
Damn, that was quick.
Dead ass. That instant dying.
All right, so let's give it nuance. You can't say dying. It's going to be in like your everyday life, like when things come up.
Sweet Victory is the name of the song, by the way.
Oh, yes, good for him.
Thank you, Adam. Okay, if it's not dying, then it's...
I'm gonna push this up. I think it's giving us some interference.
Okay.
There we go.
If it's
it went away. That was right.
If it's not dying, then it's failing.
Oh, yours are like deep. Fuck. Not like lightning or being burnt.
Heights. No, like...
Heights are, yeah.
I don't fuck with
Heights
heights.
are tough.
Yeah, like overall failure.
Interesting.
Like doing nothing. Like we've talked about, like
Yeah.
doing nothing with your life and then dying with no legacy. And I don't mean children. Like, I mean like this person, like when you want, okay, suppose you die and your best friend or your brother or your mom is going to do a eulogy.
Yeah.
Other than she was, and I guess the most important things is that you were a good person, but what are you going to say what are they going to say about me?
Yeah.
Like my biggest fear is just failure and just having really no report card of my life.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What's legacy without children?
I mean, for me, if I don't have children, it's what I've done in my life, what I've achieved, like my personal accomplishments, anything I've built in my life, businesses.
But the only people that are gonna idolize that truly are children, because like your family members and like people around you, like they might be a fan, but like true, unconditional idolization of like what you've done,
maybe,
will come from children.
Children are a gamble.
Yeah, you could have a little asshole for sure. Yeah,
you could be the best fucking parent, and your kid
yeah.
could just still hate you.
That's what I get feared like about like adoption. Like you want to like I've thought about
they're
it.
built with trauma.
And it's like, what if I like adopt someone like who had two like really fucked up parents, and then it's like nature versus nurture, right? It's like
Savannah said, "Not true. Your kids could hate you." See?
Yeah,
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a gamble.
I guess I'm speaking like from a place of like my daughter.
You have kids, and she
yeah,
thinks
no, my daughter thinks I'm like the shit.
And if I was to have a child, that would be ideal.
Yeah.
Of course, that's what I would want.
But I also think like
it's not guaranteed.
Yeah, but like a lot of that is contingent upon because I guess you could be a good parent and your kids could still just fucking hate you too, right? Like you see kids that have everything and they just kind of go in the opposite way. So why?
Sorry, I saw a comment that said, "I can't believe you didn't remember the Bubble Bowl episode."
Right? How the fuck could you not? That's
yeah. I think for me personally, there's a lot more to be left behind in life than children, the legacy of children.
Yeah, I guess I'm speaking of it like when I die, I have like things in order like for my children to inherit all the work I've done. So it's kind of like it's being like passed down, and for me like that's fulfilling.
But
I guess if that makes sense.
My experience with a dad is not having a ton of that. Like I didn't idolize my dad. He didn't really pave any ways for me. He didn't leave anything behind for me, like as far as like morals, values, money, businesses. So I kind of, other than having a good mom, I kind of had to like figure that all out on my own.
Yeah, on your own.
Which do I have him to thank? He passed away, and can I think about him and be like, you know what, I could thank him.
Yeah.
For not doing anything and not doing a lot.
Yeah, trauma builds character. It
exactly.
Really does.
I ended up the way that I am due to his lack of involvement, really, right? So one way, and I'm not mad at him.
Yeah. But the universe fills gaps though. And like I was just talking to my life coach about this, how like I was going through, so like we were talking about how like how you feel when you get up in the morning and when you go to bed. And I told him, interestingly, I've dealt with anxiety for a very long time. And every time I would go to bed at night, because of my anxiety, I would feel like I wouldn't wake up the next day. And this was like years ago. every time I would wake up after that anxiety, it would feel like a celebration. And that stuck with me later in life. So every time I wake up these days, even though I don't struggle with that same anxiety, it feels like New Year's Day to me. Every time I wake up, I'm just ready to go.
That's amazing.
I'm in a good mood. I'm happy. So it's like that trauma.
Tina's here.
Oh, is she? Oh, Tina's fresh off a shoot. She's fresh off a photo shoot. But I'll say my biggest fear. My biggest fear on my everyday life from like interacting with the world is getting stuck in an elevator while I'm hungry.
Or have to shit. Or diarrhea.
I literally, if I had been fasting and I'll take the stairs. If I'm fresh off breakfast, I'll take the elevator.
Just in case.
Nothing seems worse than me than being stuck in there and being like, when the fuck can I eat? So, yeah, that's my biggest fear. That and lightning. Lightning is very...
Lightning?
Yeah, lightning just...
I'm afraid of the dark. Like, for just like a regular, like... Okay, like, I'm afraid of ghosts.
No, I like night.
Ghosts and the
dark.
dark.
Yeah, ghosts are a real thing, though. Ghosts will get you.
If my dad came as a ghost, like, came back and would he fuck with me? Sometimes I'm like, would he fuck with me? We had this one little tiny... I wouldn't call it tiny, but we had a little bit of a paranormal experience after my dad passed away. All 5 of us, I'm one of 5 kids, all 5 of us were in his house, cleaning out his things. We were there for hours. This was a few days after he died.
Dang.
We were there for hours. At the end of the day, all 5 of us were like standing together. My siblings were smoking a joint. And literally, every single light in his house blew out.
Stop it.
Every single light.
You ever watch Supernatural? You ever watch Supernatural?
No.
Oh, because if you did, then like,
would I believe in it? Because I was like,
because
nah.
that'll tell you what that was about, you know.
Every light blew out, and I'm like, do I believe in this shit? I want to go to a medium. I've really been thinking about it. How do you feel about mediums?
I believe that people can perceive and talk to the other side, for sure.
Tina just wrote in and said that ghosts are real, and she's seen Jesus, and she's not even religious.
Damn.
Tina, did you have a near-death experience? Because I've heard of people seeing Jesus having near-death experiences.
Are we still live on Facebook? Oh, we are still live.
Okay. Who commented?
I don't know.
You like to check later?
Yeah, it's on here. He said... Itchy. Oh, yeah.
Itchy.
Itchy so much, but...
That was 10 Would You Rathers ago.
Let's go.
Oh, Tina just confirmed that she did have a near-death experience, and that is when she saw Jesus. See,
that's deep.
I've heard this, Tina, that this happens when you are close to death, which is comforting to hear.
All right, we got 1, 2, like 4 more questions. I don't know if I want to. These are kind of deep.
Pat, that's what we do.
Should we do your friend's one? So
we should do my friend's.
Have a conniption.
We should do my friend's question.
Yeah, we forgot it last time. So yeah, no, that was my apologies. I had a lot of emails to go through, so we'll Are you ready for it?
I'm gonna send him a quick video.
Okay. I'll just sit here.
I'm gonna address your question in the messages that you sent to HowlLive. How? So you can.
I tried to get my tongue in there twice. It didn't work out. You just keep missing it.
All right, read the question.
Oh, the question. Okay. The question is, what is love? And if you don't know, how can you love yourself or someone else?
Oof. Have you ever heard RuPaul's saying?
No.
Do you know who RuPaul is?
No.
He's like the most famous drag queen in the world. He says,
really?
Honey, if you don't love yourself, how the hell is someone else gonna love you?
Okay, so but that would be the flip side of it, though. This is
so.
If you don't know what love is, how can you love yourself or someone else? I think you can not love yourself and easily love someone else.
It's way easier.
Way easier. Like you can have literally. I could feel like I don't want to say no dark shit, but yeah, I could have some very ill feelings toward myself and still hold all the love in the world for my family and the people around me, like in my relationship. So
have you ever heard that saying, like, oh, you can't be in a relationship until you're fully healed.
Yeah. I
don't agree with that.
I don't think any of us can ever be fully healed, to be honest with you. This is such a trauma-packed experience for us all, you know, and like we all have baggage, we all have shit that we're like dealing through. And then like not to mag it, if you're baggage free and you meet someone else that like baggage free, that doesn't mean that you're compatible now. And now you have to deal with the baggage that's being created from your relationship, because not everyone's 100% compatible, you know? So it's like, that's
like
going to
also
create turmoil.
Once again, everything is subjective. Baggage is subjective.
Yep.
Like you could have kids and someone could be like, I think that's great because I don't want kids of my own and I love kids and that's great.
True. To
another person, oh, you have kids? I don't want kids. That's baggage to me.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Right. So like no baggage is very subjective from person to person.
Yeah. Getting two people to be fully cohesive in a relationship is
nearly impossible.
It's a very difficult thing, you know. Like there's a lot of give and take. There's a lot of biting the tongue. There's a lot of.
But I think that's where the growth happens, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's where the growth is. When you're in a relationship with somebody, there's naturally, inevitably going to be differences, and that is where you either crumble or grow together or apart, right?
Yeah.
You can grow as a person in a relationship and leave the relationship. You know,
yeah, for sure.
You can recognize where your differences are, where it doesn't work, and that it doesn't work for you, and exit. And that's still growth.
Yeah.
Which I need people to understand that are our age, because I find a lot of people that are settling into long-term relationships, even with huge fucking red flags and things that straight up do not align with them.
Because they're,
because of time.
Yeah.
And they think that's steps backwards. That's taking steps backwards if I leave. No, it's not.
Yeah.
That's you growing as a person and being even more deeply rooted in what you know and want for your life.
Yeah, it's true.
People who are our age completely think that leaving a relationship after a certain amount of time or whatever it is taking steps back.
You know, coming from, like, I started personal training after high school. I did it for like almost a decade, and I would, for some reason, attract these middle-aged women. I don't know why, but
I know why.
It was all just like 40s, 50s, and like 60-year-olds, and it.
Did you ever like entertain it?
What, them?
Like romantically, like dating or
no?
What's with the smirk?
No. But what like scared the shit out of me was is seeing people that like were that age talk about their relationship. They were like, I'm sleeping on the couch. He's sleeping on the couch.
And how long they've been together?
We haven't had sex in a year. We've been together for like 15, 20 years. And I'm like, damn, and it was almost like
why?
What the fuck?
Why?
This will never be my life ever. Like I need an intimate relationship. I can't have something where we're just like roommates or like partners.
You do accept that being in a relationship with someone for 15 plus years, you do accept that there's going to be times in a person's life. For instance, if let's just say you're with somebody for 20 years and you're starting to date now, you're 30. So your future wife, girlfriend, partner, whatever is going to go through menopause.
Yeah.
Like, do you accept?
Yeah.
Can you live with the fact that you might go a long time without having sex during that period?
I will say that the best advice that I ever get came from two people. One was from swingers. They were the happiest people ever. And what they said to me too, was they said, I mean, do I believe in swinging? I just think that's like, you don't want to just see some man just.
You don't have to watch. Go in the other room.
Mounting your wife, sweat pouring off.
Go in the other room and fuck his wife.
And then you have to come. Yeah, no, that I don't know
Why
about all that.
Why does it have to be like that? Why can't he make sweet, sweet love to her?
Yeah, no, but
missionary.
Yeah, maybe the first time, and then like next time he gets more comfortable, and he's your wife.
Come on. What if it's a one-time thing and you guys agree to only hook up with people once and that's it and you move on? You do like once a year swings. You meet new people every time.
I would need to not even hear about what's going on.
Really?
Yeah. I would need to be in like separate.
I would be like, so how was it? Like, did she stink? I would want to know like all the details. Like, was she hairy?
I don't. It's different for men. We're a lot more territorial, and
I get it.
I do not want to hear that this dude just took you to Penetration Island. We do not want to hear that. You know.
I get it. I don't really.
If you come in and you're like, he's not as big as you. That shit sucked. Bet. I'll put a ring on it after that. But like you talk about, he had a fucking hammer on him, and he just took you to Pound Town. Yeah.
You don't want to know?
Yeah. Hell no.
All right. Well.
But anyways, their advice besides the swinging was, the key to staying in a happy relationship is to not fall out of love at the same time. Where like after 20 years, you like go through these phases.
Everyone changes.
Of, you know, am I with the right person? And if you're both feeling that at the same time, you're going to break up. So the other person just kind of has to deal with the fact that someone's going through menopause. Their emotions are changing. She's not regulating properly. They're like, why the fuck am I with this person? You know, so that was good advice. The other advice that I got was from this couple that had separate bedrooms.
I've heard this, and I kind of like it.
And they just have conjugal visits. And it's tough, too, because, like, when you get into a relationship, everything becomes about us.
Right, there's no more individuality.
How can we decorate this kitchen? And for like a lot of times, the guy is just like he has like
no say.
He wants a certain poster, and she's like, "Why the fuck would we put that poster up?" You know. So, anyways,
he has no say. I think that, like, obviously in the beginning of a relationship, first couple of years, sharing a bed is special. It's sacred. But
yeah,
years and years and years in, you're you're getting older. Your husband snores like a fucking bear. Your wife has like, incontinent asshole, and she has gas. Like, one has acid reflux. One needs a CPAP machine. Like, maybe it's to the point where, like, for your own health, and like sleep, get separate bedrooms, and then come
and decorate it the way you want to, and
have your own spaces.
Yeah, have some conjugal visits, and
leave.
Keep it moving.
And then also, distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah,
it does. It does.
No, it
Tell
does.
me you don't like take time away from your girlfriend. You're like, I miss her.
Yeah, like if I'm out. Like, if I'm working all day, when I go home, like, it's much different if I had been home all day.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a lot different.
I think the separate bedroom thing is honestly something I might implement in the future. Adam, if you're listening, maybe she'll limp to make you feel bad and act right.
I'm not even in the... What do we got?
They're talking about having open relationships and having people slam into your girl. And they're saying if she's limping, Rudy said, my heart will hurt if she walks back in with a limp.
Oh my, wait, now who said that?
Rudy.
Oh my God, Rudy. Like, you feel me? Like, there's just no way that I could live in a world where my girl just got aired the fuck out in the other room and she comes back sweating. And I'm like, and I had just gone like a minute and a half, because
very
like,
different experiences.
Crazy. Yeah. Nah, I'm good with all that. For
Savannah
sure.
is on team. She needs cuddles. She don't care about the CPAP all in her ear.
Come on, Sav. We know that's not true. You're a fucking liar. Like after the first night of that sleep app, you're gonna be like, yeah. Now you better turn that shit the fuck off.
Why you always lying?
What is okay? The original question was, what is love? And if you don't know, how can you love yourself or someone else? I think I don't know.
Is love a feeling to you?
I don't
think love is a feeling. I think it's like a guttural, visceral, like, this person means so much to me that I would never do anything to hurt them or squander what we have.
Yeah.
Even if it's difficult. Like, temptation is all around us. Being able to fight your temptations to be with someone. I think that's a start, right?
Yeah.
That's a start of love. Just knowing that the way you care about somebody isn't worth any temporary satisfaction. I think there just gets to a point in caring about somebody where you wouldn't dream of fucking it up.
Yeah,
and I think
that's very true.
I think that is love.
Well, I feel like that's unconditional love.
No matter how good something may seem, your person is better than that. And you don't need the saying, the grass is always greener.
Yeah.
As I've gotten older, that, and like, I'm not saying that I've been like presented with multiple opportunities, but like, I'm just saying like any time in life where I have something really good going on, there's been times in the past when I was younger where I'd be like, I'm going to fucking kiss this guy. And it means nothing, even though I have a boyfriend. Like the grass, that would mean something to someone if they had the opportunity of knowing.
For sure.
The grass is not always greener and you always regret it.
1000%.
Now that I'm older, I'm like, if I really wanted to do something, I think I would just end the relationship. But that would...
Oh, yeah, you would have... Yeah.
But it would have to be worth it. What am I breaking up with someone for?
Yeah.
I'm going to fuck someone and then it's not going to be good?
And then if you already have something good, it's like...
You just ruined it.
Yeah.
And you're starting from scratch.
I'm at the point where I'm not even in the perceptive realm that I could perceive me getting out of my relationship, if that makes any sense.
Wait, say that again?
I'm not even in the perceptive realm of me getting out of my relationship, whereas I couldn't even perceive something being better to me because it's not even on my radar.
It's not even an option.
Like to think that.
Don't have options.
I'm not... I wouldn't know if I did. I'm not even in the market to be like, okay, like what's that and what's that and what's that.
You don't have options.
I don't. It's just not even a thing to me. I don't,
And like that's a good place to be if like you're content there. Like there's no reason to dwell in what could be.
Yeah,
because that is what fucks up a relationship.
Oh my god, yeah. But like that's like the like day and age that we live in. Everything's so like instantaneous. You can go online and you
meet
can
someone and
you
can
go
have
on
sex
a dating
day
app.
of.
Yeah. Well, for a woman, it's a lot harder for a man.
Honestly, I say this with love to all women, but I think it's just as easy for a man. You just have to aim lower.
Yep.
Honestly.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, no, you're right.
You just can't.
You
just can't get the 10. And man, this is in man words. You can't get the 10. You may not be able to sleep with the 10 day of on a dating app, but if you aim lower and lower your standards, whatever those may be, you can have sex day of.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. No, that was nicely put. So to answer your question, we don't really know what love is. We're trying our best to figure it out.
It's more than a feeling, though.
Yeah, everything like in this day and age gets romanticized. Like every movie, every cartoon just kind of like paints this picture. I think everyone gets kind of like misconstrued of what it actually is, because if we had any idea, then the divorce rate wouldn't be so high and everything wouldn't be so fucked up. So yeah, we don't really know what love is.
Do you watch Love is Blind?
I don't watch any kind of TV.
Do you know what Love is Blind is?
I'm assuming people. I was gonna say people are literally blind.
No, I'm gonna just give a. Is this magnetic? It is.
Is it?
So it's a dating show.
Okay.
And we're just doing this.
Of blind people? Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
We're in different rooms.
Oh.
And for 10 days we talk through a wall. Can you fall in love with someone like that? Any
man that's watching this is like, he's trying to see if he can see the outline of her calf. He's trying to see if her like hair is long enough. And the minute that thing comes down for a woman,
that's the answer.
It might be different. I don't know. I know for a man, the minute it comes down, there's going to be a point added or deduction system.
So they're in separate rooms for 10 days and they meet. And the thing is, they have to get engaged.
If my mom is still watching, I know she watches this. Holy shit. She just commented, I love Love is Blind.
See? Yes. They have to fall in love, find a partner, and there's like 20 people. People start like kind of not finding people, getting eliminated, and then finally there's a few couples left, and then they meet in person. And every time, without fail, something changes. There's a shift when they see the person.
Obviously.
Every time.
That's what like pulls you in to begin with.
Every fucking time.
Like you don't see someone out at a bar and be like, I can sense she has a nice personality. Let me go talk to her. That's just not how it works.
No, you want to go feel her aura. You want to go see her skin, her teeth, you want to smell her breath. Like, I'm serious.
Damn, you be getting in there.
You know how many times I've gone on dates with guys and I'm across the table like this, trying to smell their breath? Because that's how fucking bad it can be. I've kissed guys and I'm like, oh wow, this was a great date. But then the moment I kissed you, it was completely over for me. Dried up desert.
We'll start calling you Sahara. All right. So, anyways. Yeah, we try to answer that.
Love is absolutely a visceral, intentional. Feeling. It's not just a feeling, though. And what was the second half of the question? If you don't know what it is, how can you love yourself?
Yeah.
Well, like we said.
Yeah, most of us don't. Anyways.
Most of us struggle every day in the mirror. And that's where I want you to feel more connected, because who the fuck looks in the mirror every single day, every moment of every day and says, I love myself. I love the way I look. I love everything about me. Nobody. Nobody. We all pick things out. No one's skinny enough. No one's pretty enough. No one fucking has big enough muscles. Your dick's too small. Whatever it may be.
Sav said Patrick does.
Do you do that?
Only on certain days. Some days I wake up, I'm just ready in the morning, you know?
I get it. But we don't love ourselves fully every single day.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't have comments up. You're too distracted.
I didn't love myself the other night after I went to see with that show. I woke up feeling like dog shit.
How many drinks did you have?
Did you see me going from table to table?
Yeah, I mean, that's the point of it.
Yeah, I was like...
You bought a ticket.
Yeah. No, I got the VIP ticket, too. I got a little
Those
swag.
mudslides, though,
Oh my god, they were so
good. So for anyone who doesn't know, I'm in a band and I played this gig the other night, and it's at Crown Plaza. It's at a hotel. It's a big convention, and they have restaurants from our area come and do like tastings of their menu, not just their food but their alcohol.
Yeah.
And Patrick indulged himself.
Yeah.
There
was probably like 25 tables of booze, and I tried alcohol from each and every one. Like they had margaritas,
mudslides.
Like the mudslides. I had. Well, I don't remember what I had towards the end, but yeah, I tried everything. Like that was like a smorgasbord. Like you get drunk and like you go home and you just make like whatever's in your fridge. That was that night. Like the real life thing. Like there was tables that had a bunch of. I mean, I don't eat like any kind of bread, like which sucks. So I was just kind of like eating certain things.
So you didn't get the Thanksgiving sandwich that they had there?
No, I didn't. I got like the buffalo chicken dip, and I didn't have the bread. I just had the dip. Oh. Yeah, I saw like a cupcake stand, and I
got one of those cupcakes.
I didn't. Yeah, the guy called me over. He's like, "I see you looking."
You're like, "I'm keto, baby."
Yeah, I didn't eat it. No, I'm not keto. I'm more like paleo, I think. But yeah, I just can't eat anything like that. So, anyways, but yeah, it was a fun time. But I was walking around with like 4 drinks at one time.
I saw you.
It was like the best thing ever.
Do you get post-drinking, what is it, hangxiety?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you get hangxiety?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I've experienced it a couple times. Of just why?
It's not a fun time. Yeah, it's not a fun time.
Who's going to get espressos?
I'm sad, so we're going to go get espressos. Come when you guys are done.
Where?
Where? Yeah, where? Tell us where. And I'll flip a coin.
She said XOXO. Maybe they're going to XO Cafe.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, more questions. Okay. Oh yeah, this was a deep one. What similarities can 2 people connect on when one is on a religious path and one is on a broader spiritual path without a particular religion? So I think this is
spiritual and religion.
Like someone's like, let's say, a hardcore Catholic, and the other person is
Jewish. No.
They're just more spiritual. Where like
they don't believe in.
Yeah, they're like, well, like that makes sense and that makes sense, but I'm not gonna like commit. Do you want to take a crack at this, or want me to? Or
I think we could both have our opinions. You go first.
I think that if you're looking for something to connect on and like the similarities of that, I think belief in and of itself is something that just it goes by the wayside. If you take someone who believes in something and you also take someone who's, let's say, an atheist, that's going to be a very difficult relationship. I think even if you believe in different things, the concept of belief, like the fact that like you can believe in something, there's such a value in that. And I think that you can connect on just that you guys are able to believe in something that is kind of higher than yourself. Because if you're with someone that really didn't believe in anything at all, it'd be kind of miserable. Like someone that doesn't believe in things or like a higher power, it's almost like picture a bunch of 6-year-olds, right? And 20 of them are like walking around talking about, oh my God, it's Christmas time. I can't wait for Santa to come. And then there's one kid out of that knows that Santa's not real. And they're kind of sitting there like, which again, it's the truth, but it kind of takes the magic out of it. So to be able to believe in it and it's something more than yourself, if 2 people can do that, I think that's a beautiful thing. Like not everyone is gonna like have the same like religious or political view or just like view on life in general. But the fact that like you do believe in something, I think just preliminary, you can connect on that.
I think it would be great if we could coexist.
I'm so sorry.
It would be great if we could coexist. Meaning you accept that I'm more spiritual and I'm feeling off. I don't need to pray. I want to do my tarot cards.
Okay.
This isn't me. I'm just giving examples.
Yeah. Like that's good.
You want to go pray? I support that. I want to flip my tarot cards and see what's going on in my day. Or I want to play with my crystals. I want to, line up my crystals and
I'll
recharge.
play with my diamond.
You know what I mean? I really hate the big division of people when it comes to political and religious views. I fucking hate it. I absolutely hate it. Do I think that certain religions are absolutely ridiculous and like culty? Yes. Do I think that some spiritual practices are literally insane? Yes. That's why we just pick and choose who we're dating. Like, if you really are so far on one spectrum of something, just don't date that kind of person if it's going to be
a problem.
A problem.
Yeah.
I'd love for like some unity though. Like, if we could just be like, you want to have crystals for your like what you need, just like going to therapy for some people.
Yes.
You want to go to church, that's your therapy. That's fine. And
if it goes against who you are, then like why try to force it to work?
But like
if like every time they're like doing something, you're like, no, like that completely like goes against it, then like you can't force that, you know.
Have you ever been friends with any like Jehovah's Witnesses or anything? Because I've had a few Jehovah's Witness friends, and they honestly, I don't believe in what they believe in, but they do have it figured out as far as they don't date outside of Jehovah's Witnesses.
Interesting.
Because it's
probably not gonna.
It's too fucking hard.
Yeah. Anyone that just like knocks on people's doors
to like, believe in what they believe in,
and just goes door to door, and just like if you
better just stick with your
they're
kind.
Just taking out that stick to hit you with it. You know,
every once in a while,
they're probably because because if you're showing up at my door to hit me with your Jesus stick, then there's just no way you're on your first date not doing that same exact
100%.
thing.
It's in you. It is like, and these people that I knew were incredible people, but it was just in them.
Yeah.
Even at work. I worked with them. They would talk to me about Jehovah. You know, like that's crossing. They probably signed something at one point in their employment where they weren't supposed to do that. And they're fucking preaching to me.
And they can't help themselves.
They can't. So what I'm saying is they've really figured it out by just dating within. But you know what I think is the cracks in that plan? I was working with women who were 38 years old who had never had sex, who had never been in relationships, who couldn't have boyfriends. They literally only had to date to marry. And then they got all the way up to the age of 38 and they're going to conventions trying to find husbands. And then they were just getting married to get married.
Damn.
And I never, like...
What kind of existence is that?
What kind of existence is that? Just to maintain...
Ultimate. 38 years is a long time.
And did you know that once you're married, and this is not shitting on Jehovah's Witnesses, I'm just expressing why they probably stick with their own kind.
It sounds like you might get canceled.
I'm not getting canceled.
And they might come after you. They might come after you.
Everybody knows anything that's door to door other than Girl Scout cookies is bullshit.
Girl Scout cookies.
No. Once you get married as a Jehovah's Witness, divorce is not allowed. And if you divorce, you are kicked and shunned out of your kingdom hall, and your family cannot speak to you. Your family, your parents, your siblings, they can't speak to you. And the only way to get out of your marriage is to cheat. That is the only way, like in the Jehovah's culture, you have to cheat.
I'd want to see the stats on that of how many actually cheat.
I know somebody who literally had to have sex with someone else and go home and say, I slept with somebody else. That was the only way she could get out of her marriage.
Jeez.
Your husband could punch you in the face.
Your husband,
they could punch you in the face. And you couldn't get divorced. That wasn't grounds for divorce.
Yeah, that's just...
You sleep with someone else, you're out, but you're also kicked out of your kingdom hall and you lose. Now this person's family doesn't speak to them.
Yeah, that's wild.
I'm sorry, there's just certain things I can't get behind. That's so fucked up.
Yeah,
You can't speak to your family? You can have an abusive husband?
Yeah, people get raised in that and it just becomes the norm.
She broke free.
You know?
She broke Mormon. You ever see that movie? I mean, that show, Breaking Amish?
Anything you say, I'm probably going to be like, nah.
It's like so old.
Okay.
But it's basically like these girls are like 18. They're like, I don't want to be Amish anymore. And they just strip off their bonnet and they just go fucking...
haywire?
Clubbing. Fucking and clubbing.
Jeez.
I love that for them.
Yeah, they're living their best life. All right. I had a would you rather come through.
Let's hear it.
Would you rather live in a world where everyone else is always happy but you feel miserable, or a world where everyone is miserable but you feel happy?
As long as I'm okay inside,
then fuck everyone else.
Fuck everyone else.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of how I operate anyways. I'm like... You
have to.
Whatever.
Got any funny ones in there?
Let's see. I got some funny would you rathers.
Yeah, I want to hear those.
But no, I had one that came through. How can I maintain my diet and fitness goals? I keep falling off the wagon.
Go ahead.
How do I phrase this without being mean? I don't know. I think a lot of people affiliate goals with emotionality, whereas when you wake up and you're like, do I feel like going to the gym? Do I feel like doing this? If you just take the feel portion out of it, you'll be able to maintain your goals a lot better.
It's not an option.
Yeah, like you just can't you can't let that little bitch voice in your brain win. Like even if you get up early to go to the gym and that little bitch voice is like, oh, come on, just stay in bed. Talk back to the voice and be like, look, we'll just go to the gym. We'll do one set. If we don't like it after one set, we'll leave. Like, you almost have to trick the voice.
It's like gaslight yourself.
It's like a bypass. And then once you're there and you do the set, you're going to stay regardless. But, like, that voice is something in and of itself. And if you can just learn to kind of, like, manage it, ignore it. I don't know if ignoring it is the right way. But you can just kind of be like, oh, yeah, no, I get it, you know. But, like, we'll just go and do one set and then we'll see. But, yeah, like, take the feeling out of it. Like, it doesn't matter how you feel. You have to get up and you have to do it. Like, you have
Changing
to take care
your
of yourself.
language towards things is very important. Like, oh, I'm going to the gym tonight at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Like, what's your day look like today? I have work and then the gym.
As opposed to being like, I should go to the gym after. Yeah. No, it's a lot different.
It's like changing your whole
attitude. It
attitude.
has to be a priority. Like, you have to take care of yourself. Like, that's the only thing you have is yourself.
Life is choose your hard. Choose your hard. You can be overweight, in pain, on medications, chronic illness, or you can just spend that 1 hour a day on yourself. Mm-hmm. And I'm not even sitting here pretending that I go to the gym 7 days a week because I don't.
I don't think you have to.
It's just a matter of maintaining a balance for you that works.
Yeah.
I think the way you talk to yourself is really important.
Huge.
Like, we're going to the gym at 7. That's it. Period. Not question mark. Because I deal with that too. I talk shit to myself too when I work out.
In like a
like sometimes a negative way. I'm like, oh, you weren't fucking bitching when you were eating that, that cheeseburger.
No, like you almost have to kind of
be mean to yourself.
Yeah, like not even in a way where
tough love.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I feel like if I lose my keys, I should do like 20 push-ups. Like it's just a way to be like, I'm better than this. Like functioning at the capacity that I should be functioning at. You know,
you're the only person who can hold the standard to which you want to live. You are the only person. I've had 2 tequila drinks.
Yeah, I'm gonna clip. No, that was really good. No, that was like that. Like I'm gonna clip that.
Clip that all day, babe. Put it on TikTok.
That was really good.
But you know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
No, nobody else.
You don't have to live with anyone else but yourself, ultimately.
And I'm okay with having like 5% body fat. I'm probably not. How much do I? How can you measure your body fat anyway?
There's a tool, or you can do it like with like the old school.
The pincher,
which like anyone like that. So yeah, you can kind of use this like tool that kind of just like measures the water throughout your body.
I used to have one of those pinchers in my house, and my dad would do that to us. He'd be like, "Oh, you got a lot of chub here.
Bring out the rice, or bring out
bring out the rice.
Yeah, no dinner tonight.
We're fasting, kids."
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, I think language.
Yeah.
Self-talk, and tough love.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like you have to hold yourself to a certain standard and uphold that standard. And there are going to be some days where like you don't, again, I was going to say like you don't feel like it doesn't matter if you don't feel like going, and you have to decide between like whether like you have to realize, because like a lot of people can't decipher the difference between actually needing rest and them just being lazy. Like you work 2 days in a row and you're sore as fuck and you're exhausted and you're like, I like my body's telling me I should take a rest day. Like that makes sense. But like
listen to yourself.
You didn't go too hard and you wake up and you're like, yeah, I'm like kind of tired, and you kind of like justify staying in bed and you're like, oh no, I'll take a rest day. It'll serve me good. Like you have to realize that you're just being lazy. There's like a fine.
There's a line.
And like once you can kind of like learn more like about yourself and how that like inner bitch voice works, you'll be able to decipher it a lot more. So
I've been falling victim to my bitch voice.
Yeah.
I'm working on some bad habits right now. Like I wake up
and I
open fucking Instagram And then 20 minutes goes by, and
dag. Yeah, that's
the
where...
first thing that I've done with my day is fucking scroll social media. And I'm on my side in bed, like, and then it's like 9 a.m. and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? If you like zoom out on the world, you're just a little blip on your bed on social media while like people are out there already made their...
Yeah, getting up, getting it in.
Already worked out, had their breakfast, their coffee, on a meeting, and I'm like, I've watched some funny videos.
What makes you do that?
I don't know. Habit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll check a work email. I'll check this. I'll check my bank account. Check my stock. See how that's doing. And then next thing you know, 20 minutes goes by, and I've just used my phone instead of just like getting up, getting out
and
of
just
bed.
going. Yeah.
I'm not good at that, and I'm really struggling with how to do that. And I listened to this podcast, and this woman was like, "When your alarm goes off, you don't have to sit up and be perky and walk out of bed as if everything's great." She's like, crawl out of your bed onto the floor and then crawl on your hands and knees out of your room. And I'm like, legitimately, I'm going to have to start doing that.
Do you want to know what you should do? That would be way easier.
Put my phone across the room when the alarm goes off?
Don't use your phone as an alarm. Get an old school alarm.
I had one.
Shut your phone off.
And put it across the room.
You don't have to put it across the room. Just...
I'll snooze
even
it.
if it's on your nightstand, off. No, turn it off and be like, every day at, I'm not being literal, every day at 8 a.m. my phone goes on. Well, my alarm goes off at 7.
So I have an hour before I turn that thing on.
Simple. There is nothing that important that if someone wanted you, they would show up at your doorstep.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
We just live in a time where it's just too fucking easy.
Yeah, it's just...
Even like...
when you own a business... it is more difficult. Like,
it is. I could have a client
when I get
canceled.
up, I check orders, I do this, I do that. But then, like, you also have to be like, okay, if I check my phone 30 minutes before I have to leave.
My client might have canceled. I don't know.
But then it's like, okay, it's only 10 minutes of travel time, so cool. I'll just continue. I'll get in a workout now, But I would definitely try and just shut your phone off.
Because it's getting toxic. My screen time...
so much better.
I don't even have my screen time tracker on, but I know it's... ridiculous.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna act like mine's not ridiculous.
We know as business
I work
owners,
from my laptop. Yeah, like
same. I work from my phone all the time. But
yeah,
it's
mine's
getting...
like 13 hours a day.
Oh.
What?
He just outed himself.
Who said that?
Who said that? Should we do one more question?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, you set an alarm for 8:45. It's 8:47.
Oh, yeah, nah, we out, guys. Sorry. See ya. Just end it.
Come on, we need a finisher.
Oh, we need a finisher? All right. Should we do a would you rather? Should we do a question? Or should we do...
It depends on what you have.
Or should we do a topic that we put on our giant list?
Ooh, what do we have on the giant list?
Hold on. Let me make this more accessible to the general public.
Me.
You and, if there's any spirits in here.
Dad, if you're listening, you didn't hear the part about... Never mind. He's listening.
all the lights going out.
Women's vaginal health, micropenises.
You can't say them out loud.
Micropenises. We talked about women's vaginal health. Remember we did the diagram of not...
No, yeah, what, a plankton?
A plankton?
Yeah, remember I drew plankton instead of
What, a plankton?
Of a vagina?
Oh, what did I do?
It's okay. All can be fixed.
Stop hawk-toing.
I know your limits too. I'm not even gonna offer you another one. You chugged
I had my two. Wait, what the fuck is... Oh, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Incest? You know what? I think... Ooh, these are really good. What?
I said washing. Because it's kind of far away. I'm like, why would we put that?
Okay, I like this one. PNC.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Post-nut clarity.
Yeah, so to give it like context, Shaylee and I several weeks ago sat down and had probably like a 2-hour conversation about like different like topics that are, like probably like more general, like more specific, just kind of popular, and it's a giant list. And I think from time to time or on our bi-weekly cast, we'll just, just dive into some.
Little spitball.
Yeah. So one that she chose. I didn't choose this. She chose this. It's the topic of post-nut clarity.
Post-nut clarity, people.
Okay.
Talk about it. I want to hear it from a man's perspective, post-nut clarity, and when it really comes in. And do you already have a baseline understanding of how you're going to feel after the fact, depending on the partner?
Ooh, damn. Okay. Yes and no.
Does it always require you to finish the job to know where it's going to end?
No. There's like definitely some like spectrums to it. There are some people that the minute you bust a nut that you're definitely going to regret it.
Regret?
Yeah, regret it for sure.
Okay.
Like there are times like for myself, and I got a bunch of like men in my life. Well, like I don't have as much like male friends anymore, but I know that post nut you could be like, how did I get here? Literally, the minute it happens, you're just like, where the fuck am I? That's what it feels like. So there are situations like that where you just go down a fucking rabbit hole and you're like, how did I get here? And you're driving home like an hour and a half and you're like, how did it get this far?
Wow. So that's how far your balls
That
take
is
you.
what it's like having testosterone just pumping through your veins. And if you don't feel like this, go to the HowlLive.com and get you a T booster. Get you a T booster. You need some Howl Boost. Don't take 3. That'll make you feel like you want to like violently masturbate. Only take 1 and see how you feel after that. But yeah, we'll get you right.
You've done the trials?
I took 3 and I wasn't right in my head. Like the serving size was 3 and I wasn't right. I shouldn't have been out in public. I wasn't right. Yeah, no.
You would have had some serious post-nut.
Yeah, no. Don't take 3. Don't take 3 of my my brand supplements. But yeah. So the spectrums.
Think with the right head.
Yeah, no. You can't. Sometimes you really can't decipher because like you think what you're feeling is genuine, and then and then you come to fruition, and you're like, literally, you're like, how did I get here? How did I get this far? So like, that's kind of like the maximum. There is like the middle of like you genuinely understand that this isn't going anywhere, and you know that
do you know that prior?
Sometimes you do. Sometimes yeah, because like some guys like sometimes they're just looking for that satisfaction, and
must be nice to come every time.
Yeah, they probably just even before they did it, they're like, why am I doing this? But like, it's what's available right now.
We got a comment that says there's even such thing as mid-sex clarity.
Who said that?
Rudy.
Oh, Rudy. Yeah, man, I wasn't even going to bring that up, but yeah, it's like, yeah. No, I don't
for women?
him and I will talk about that in depth, but yeah, it's like, it is a spectrum. Like sometimes we know, sometimes we understand, and sometimes we're fooled by it. And other times we're like really fooled by it. By
your horniness?
Yeah, like we're like, no, like this is the one, and then
puts the blinders on.
And yeah, it's a real thing. It creates a real spectrum. It's almost like picture the men that you would sleep with sober compared to being drunk. We deal with that by just having a penis.
So you're like, you got drunk goggles on when you're horny.
Horny. It's been a couple months, a
couple hours.
Yeah, that's what it's like being a man.
Okay, I've received some advice once from a guy, and he's just like, just jerk off before you leave the house.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but
is that a thing?
It definitely
pre-nut clarity.
See, like my issue with that is, I think I said this on a podcast once, and I don't know if it was with you. I interact with the world differently when I have
empty balls.
Yes. Like
in a better or worse way.
If I were to leave the house and see a coyote and I had a full sack, I'd be like, if it attacked me, I could take it.
I'm fighting it.
If I had an empty sack, I'd be like, let me get to my car a little faster.
Okay, so when you have more testosterone flowing,
there's an edge that it kind of gives you. Will that serve you well when you go out to a bar? I don't know. I've never been like a very like pushy kind of guy, so like I'm not the one to kind of like just to keep it going anyway. So would it serve me? No. Like, but also like if you jerk off before and then you like meet someone and then you go home and your shit's not working as good, or you take an hour and a half to come. Like, that's just no fun for anybody.
What if you don't jerk off and then you do hang out with the girl and then you come in 30 seconds? What's worse?
For a guy, he still got the job done unless he likes the girl.
What do you mean?
All right. So the ultimate goal of picking up a girl and bringing her home is to bust a nut. So the goal is finished, right? But
it's just the embarrassment of doing it so fast.
If you like the girl, if
you don't, you're like, whatever.
If
I
you
got
don't
my
like
shit.
her, who gives a shit? But if you had a conversation with her that was like kind of intriguing, and you're like, okay, like there's like
more to this,
then it would be more of a like, damn, my bad. Give me like 30, we'll go again. You know what I'm trying to say?
Of course, yeah.
But yeah. So that
I did have a guy prematurely ejaculate once on
this has took up
on a first date, and he was, I wanted to give him credit. He was like, I quit porn, I stopped jerking off, like I'm on like my health like journey, mental health journey. Because
I'm like, was it worth it?
Well, now you're sitting here with a red face.
was it worth it?
But he was like, I'm sorry. He like went to the bathroom and he was like, I'll be right back. And he like literally was just like, I think in there like giving himself like a pep talk,
just contemplating,
just like in the mirror, like
he's like, can I fit out this window? No, yeah, I can fit out this window. He's like,
no,
like he was halfway through and you good?
You're good. Just a minute. Yeah.
Jeez.
And I wanted to give him credit just for being like honest, like, hey, I'm on a spiritual journey right now. I'm not. Like,
yeah, but also like coming from like a man's perspective, if that happened to me, even if that wasn't true, I'd probably just say that just so it
might have been a lie.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
He's like, I'm on my health kick right now.
Yeah, that might have just been.
But it worked though, because I was like, good on you. Like, you're not, because honestly, to spiral into another topic that's, we don't have a lot of time, but a man admitting that he's laying back on porn for a woman, I'm like, from my perspective, I was like, that's incredible that you're willing to admit that was fucking you up and you're going to stop doing it. Yeah. That's great. Yeah. I think our generation of men should take a little nugget of advice.
Oh yeah, porn is.
It's the devil.
Poison.
The devil.
Poison. I mean, like while you're watching it, it doesn't feel like poison, but then like when you try and like
post-nut clarity, like
interact with a woman after that, it just makes such unrealistic expectations. 1000%. Not outwardly, but I dated someone who for a long time who I didn't know had a porn addiction. And now looking back on our physical experiences, I'm like it made sense. I'm like, holy shit. Like this all connects. You had a totally unrealistic perception of what sex is. Yeah. Totally unrealistic. Yeah. That's tough. So I think if I could impart any advice from a woman's perspective, if guys could just cool it with the unrealistic porn standards, because honestly, I don't know. I like it when a guy says, "Oh, I do watch porn, but I like to watch like, like at home stuff, like couples that are filming their own shit." You know what I mean? Couples that are doing like very what's the word I'm looking for? I honestly don't know. Like when you're not experienced and it's like at home. Amateur. Couples that are doing like amateur at home videos. Like I respect that when a guy's like, that's what I like to watch because it's real. When you got the lights, the bleach blonde, the double D implants, the fucking like strip of hair on the vagina. What kind of porn are you watching? I'm saying like, come on. If you said, what's your favorite porn star? Everyone's going to go, oh, like that. And I don't know any porn stars' names other than like Pam Anderson. But like, they're going to say, oh, that girl. And you look up a picture of her. What's she going to look like? Yeah. That. Right. Yeah. The cookie cutter porn star. Yeah. And then they go to have sex with a real woman and she's normal. And they're like, oh, this is boring. Yeah. No, it definitely poisons your brain for sure. Like to act like it doesn't. It's just naive. Yeah. Like it's asinine. But you didn't answer the question. What was the question? Oh, post-nut clarity? Yeah. What was the question? Does it happen to a woman as well? Yes. I answered for a man. I won't want to use the word nut because women hardly have orgasms on first encounters or 10th or 100th encounters without serious help and assistance. But as far as allowing someone into your body, your vessel, your space, your energy, like there's definitely been times where I've been in situations where I'm like, I want this motherfucker to leave. Please leave. Please get out of my space. I want to be alone. I want to... Like mid? Like Rudy's talking about? Like mid? Honestly, like... Or after? There's a little...
this I'm gonna out the ladies here. There's a trick. Mid-sex, you want it to end. You pretty much have the power to make that happen.
How?
I want you to come. Because we all know
come for me, baby.
He's been holding back the whole time anyway. The moment you say do it, he's doing it. You want to get out of a situation? I want you to come. That's it. That's all you gotta say. That's it.
I never heard that before, so that's interesting.
If you ever hear a woman say that and you're 4 minutes in, you know she's done. You know she's done. And then that ends it. And then you're like, okay, it's getting late. Better go.
Yeah, I gotta be up early.
But like seriously, there was so many times where I had situations where I'm just like, oh, I just want to like put my sweatpants on and go like raid my fridge and just want him gone.
Damn.
You know, I'm not gonna say you never felt that. Like I just want to fucking eat and lay here alone.
But like what you're saying, but like I guess like post nut like clarity would be after you achieve an orgasm. So if we
don't always have that. That's
so like if you're not achieving that, like you still feel that.
Yes. If the sex was like unfulfilling or you're not really into the person, it's like I prefer to just be alone.
Yeah.
For women, we just have to like you.
Interesting.
We don't go into situations like, oh, I'm gonna come tonight. That's the difference between men and women. We don't go out like put on our dress and our heels and go, I'm gonna make someone make me come tonight, because that's not gonna happen.
No, what a man does is like he'll put on some cologne. He's like, it's literally like it's way
like,
different.
I'm gonna bust a nut tonight, we're like, I'm gonna make a man fall in love with me tonight.
Yeah, it's way different.
It's such a different experience that we have.
Way
like,
different. We
go out looking as hot as we can, just to attract a mate to make them ours. You guys are like, I'm gonna come. It's such a different experience. I love that.
To be a woman.
To be a man.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Yeah, this was great.
It's 9:00.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
9:01. I'm so sorry, guys.
Look at that. We out.
I did get feedback last time that there was like a latency lag between me ending it. So like I like ended it, but it didn't like catch up to what we were talking about, and then it just ended.
So what do we do?
We're just gonna sit here in silence and say a prayer.
I prefer to get out the crystals. Can we say the prayer out loud?
It is a full moon, so if we put our crystals
I see it.
If we put our crystals outside, it'll
charge it.
Yeah, to recharge them. But no, we're gonna. Appreciate everyone.
Deuces.